at here, this is the RA-VSD from BEKO Technologies. It's a refrigerated air dryer that has energy efficient technology by use of a variable speed drive, actually two variable speed drives. This particular unit is an 800 CFM unit, so it can dry 800 SCFM of refrigerated air, or excuse me, compressed air at standard conditions. So one of the things I want to point out about this dryer first is that this dryer is a BEKO dryer, so everything you come to expect from a BEKO dryer, this dryer has to start with. It's got a stainless steel mesh inlet screen to protect the condenser. It's a very sturdy enclosure. This dryer will run with the panels off. It's not a house of cards where you take one card away and the whole thing collapses. It's very rugged, it's very durable. You might notice this orange piece by here, there's actually a shipping bracket. It won't come with the unit, nor will the ambient lighting that we see right here as well. But it's just for display purposes, obviously. It's really a fantastic unit. As I mentioned, it is a variable speed drive unit, so it's meant to save energy. The way we do that is we use two variable speed drives. One is on the refrigeration compressor, which is a scroll type compressor. We also use one on the condenser fan, and those two together are able to basically react to the different heat load that the dryer will see, and when the heat load drops, energy consumption will drop. So instead of having this thing consume the same amount of energy regardless of your compressed air usage, when you use less compressed air, you will use less energy to dry that compressed air based on the technology this dryer has. It's controlled by a color touchscreen, which you can see right here. It's called our DMC50 controller. It's not active, unfortunately, but I can tell you that when it is activated, you see as a standard display, you'll see the dew point. You'll also see what percentage the compressor is running at, as well as what percentage the condenser fan is running at. You'll have features where you can get into the controller and you can look at all the viable parameters, all the necessary things you want to see, all the pressures and temperatures within the compressed air circuit. You can look at it at any time. What the dryer also does in this controller is that it actually keeps the last 60 minutes of operation as a running total. So if you ever want to go and look at what's happening in your system, you can check the last hour of operation of the dryer and see exactly what's been happening. It also allows you to download any alarms you may experience. There's a file in the HMI, excuse me, a USB port in the HMI, which will allow you to download a TXT or a text file. That text file will contain what type of alarm it was. It'll be a time and date stamp on the alarm, and it will also have the hour before the alarm occurred. It'll have all those parameters, the temperatures and pressures that were going on, so that you can actually analyze what type of alarm it was and what caused the alarm, and maybe do some troubleshooting even after the fact. If you missed the alarm, you can come back later and you can actually take a look and see and try to diagnose what might have happened. There also is a connectivity called an RS-485 port, which allows you to output what's called Modbus. Modbus is an industrial communications protocol. A lot of people who have central building management systems will be familiar with Modbus, and they'll be able to take that Modbus data and integrate it into their central management system. And this does that basically seamlessly. We give you a list of register values, all the information you can access from the controller at the dryer. You can also take that data remotely and store it, monitor it, whatever you want to do on your central system very easily. It's basically a plug and play. So this dryer is equipped, as most BEKO dryers are, with a BEKOMAT zero loss drain. The BEKOMAT drain is very important to BEKO. It is actually the founding product of the company. Our founder, Bertold Cook, invented the technology back in 1982. So almost all of our products are equipped with this drain. This one is as well. It's an electronic zero loss drain. So in addition to the efficiency of the variable speed drives, you also have a drain which allows you to have the condensate be evacuated and not lose any compressed air. Compressed air is expensive. That's why we have this type of feature to save additional energy. So this is the BEKO Technologies RA-VSD dryer. This particular unit is an 800 CFM model. We go actually all the way up to 6,000 CFM. So this is the smallest of the series. But we have a full line of dryers that is set up to 6,000 CFM. All of them use variable speed technology to save energy. All of them have two variable speed drives, one for the compressor and one for the condenser fan.